Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is a debut on the channel, Guild Wars 2. And the song is called Fear Not This Night, featuring Asja Kadrić. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Composed by Jeremy, I believe it's Jeremy Soule or Soule. Someone I've done one time on this channel with Dragonborn, Elder Scrolls. It was like a pretty popular video, and that's the only time I checked out that composer. I've never checked out Guild Wars. I don't know what Guild Wars is. Apparently this is a sequel. This is requested by Mr. Person. Thank you. Well, based on what I know from that one song, I can maybe assume this will be sort of an orchestral thing, but honestly I have no idea. And then with the featuring, it's probably gonna have vocals. So either way, it's always fun to have a new game. Guild Wars 2. I just noticed the 2 is the dragon. That's sick. Sick. Fear not this night.
Fear not this night, you will not go astray. Though shadows fall, still the stars find their way. Awaken from a quiet sleep, hear the whispering of the wind. Awaken as the silence grows in a solitude of the night. Darkness spreads throughout the land, and your weary eyes open silently. Sunsets have forsaken all the most far of the horizons. Nightmares come when shadows grow. Eyes closed and heartbeats slow. Fear not this night, you will not go astray. Though shadows fall, still the stars find a way. And you can always be strong. Lift your voice with the first light of dawn. Dawn's just a heartbeat away.
It's really pretty.
Hope's just a sunrise away. Distant sounds of melodies calling through the night to your heart. Auroras, mists and echoes dance in the solitude of our life. Bleeding turning arias, gently grieving in captive misery. Darkness sings a forlorn song, yet our hope can still rise up. Nightmares
She has a great harmonic resonance in her voice.
lift your voice, lift your heart.
Are really crisp high notes.
Not this night,
I mean, all of the notes, but when she goes high, it's like a very
though shadows fall, still the stars find a way.
sounds like an instrument.
And though the night sky is filled with blackness, fear not, rise up. Come on, take my hand. Fear not this night, you will not go astray. Though shadows fall,
Layered vocals.
stars find a way.
That's nice. It's her too.
Fear not this night,
coming down.
It's just a sunrise
That went by fast. I was thinking one thing as I was hearing this, and that was, I really hope I can like give this song justice as much as I can for just hearing it once and not knowing anything about the series or the singer or anything. And we'll see. But there's something that I can relate this to that means a lot to me. But I looked up what Guild Wars was just to get some idea, and this was released in 2012, so it's over a decade old. And I guess it's still being played, 18 million players. And it seems to be like a PC game. Yeah, highly rated. Free to play, massively. Oh, MMO. Okay. Well, it's funny because I was going to mention something MMO related. And okay. And then actually I was going to search really quick. Asja Kadrić. That sounds Nordic. Oh, lovely. Is the vocalist on the... oh, she's credited as that right away. Serbia. She's done... oh, she has a YouTube channel. Well, there you go. She did Frozen from Disney. Still pretty active. Still playing. Cool. And, okay. I just wanted to get an idea. Okay, so I wouldn't have guessed it's an MMO. I don't know if MMOs have like a sound to them. I think the thing about MMOs is that they have no sound to them. It just depends on the game itself. But it is funny because it's going to be like a trickle down thing here I'm going to talk about. As some of you may or may not know, I do a lot of Final Fantasy XIV stuff. And that's obviously like one of the biggest, if not biggest, MMOs ever. I have no idea as far as numbers, but it's definitely up there. And early on, I'd say like in the first month or two of hearing that soundtrack, there was two songs that really stood out to me that I still really love. And that was Dragon Song, no pun intended, and Answers. And they are kind of both in the same vein as this, where it is a emotional painting with a beautiful vocalist. Solo vocalist, of course, with like little harmonies and layers. But all three of these songs, to me, sound like they were done... probably not, but it sounds kind of like it. They sound like one take. As in, the main vocal part sounds like just one live take, and they use the best one, as opposed to record here, stop, come back, do it again. It sounded very natural and personal, I guess. And I got that here too. I haven't heard that sound or got that feeling in a while, and that's really beautiful. I think this is one of the more impressive vocalists I've heard on the channel, and I could hear the training, the everything. I'm not too familiar with a lot of vocal terminology, but I can use the ones that's universal in music, like her vibrato is really good, the breath control, the harmonics, just like the way she sustained the notes too. It was just really, it was just really beautiful. The music, of course, I see that this Jeremy feller likes this very grand cinematic approach. Maybe not everything, but at least the two that I've heard now. But it's like a very high production thing, like really puts love and care to it. It takes a long time. I can imagine this song probably took months, probably longer, to write, compose, different iterations, lyrics, all that. You know, it's a big. I can tell it's a big song. How many views does it have? I didn't check. Almost 1 million. Oh, I forgot to mention this is from channel SGT Bizarro. So apparently Guild Wars is a big deal, and it seems now that this composer has been on 2 massive projects. I don't know if the studios are related or anything. I have no idea who does what. And there was one feeling. There was 2 feelings I got from this. One was, damn, dude, I really wish I could. Let me backtrack a little bit. This happened with Dragon Song and Answers as well. But also, when I said trickle down, it's because those songs reminded me of my favorite video game song of all time. So if you can have me bring up my favorite video game song of all time in a video, then there's something there. Excuse me, wow. And that is The Best Is Yet to Come from Metal Gear Solid. And same thing, very beautiful ballad, amazing voice, and very emotional. And this kind of like took me to that same spot. So, but the reason I love that song, besides it being so beautiful, is obviously because of the context, and I know what is happening here and why it's so special. So this one, I felt like I had half of that feeling of, man, this is what I really, really love in video game music, or music in general. But the other half was like, I don't know where it goes. I mean, I don't, I wish I can feel that context heavy here, because to me, it sort of feels finale-ish, credits, or conclusion a little bit. That's what I think of when I think of The Best Is Yet to Come. And I don't know, it just, I feel like with that context, I don't feel, I know, this song probably hits so hard. More than probably anything else in the soundtrack. I'll even go as far as to say that. I'm sure there's other cool Guild Wars 2 songs. But I feel like maybe this one is a staple. You kind of have to talk about it in context of talking about the game. It just feels that way. It has a very important feeling. Like, I'm sure, just the way it says featuring Asja, so maybe it's like the only song she's in. Maybe it's the only song with vocals type of thing. And there's a lot of things I can think of, I try to think of every little avenue with blind reaction. There's only so much I can extract. But that's just like the feeling I get. I didn't get like a setting or anything. I really just kept thinking of like finale and, this is the end of the journey type of thing. And it was really cool. I kept staring at that too, because it's such a cool use of a logo. Dragon is too. But yeah, it really reminded me of my favorite song, and one of my 2 favorite songs from another MMO. So that's important. Music is beautiful in so many different ways and so many genres, and I've always been a really big fan of stuff like this kind of ballady, almost lullaby type song. I don't know what the lyrics are talking about. I had them on the screen, and I typically ignore them anyways. Because I wouldn't understand. Even if there were lyrics on the screen, as happens sometimes, I usually ignore them because, I've never played a second of the game or anything. So I feel like the impact would be lost on me, unfortunately, unless I played it. So that's my introduction to Guild Wars, which is a pretty high bar. So that's kind of a double-edged sword, because I can really look forward to more Guild Wars stuff, which I do have more Guild War requests. But I'm not going to say that they're not going to be able to keep up. But I'm just saying the standard has been set pretty high off the get-go. And now we'll see where else it can go. Maybe they're all like this, and I'll just, be quiet. But we'll see. I'm excited though. Very cool. Very cool. And I guess check out Asja Kadrić and whoever else. I don't know if Jeremy has a YouTube or anything, but man, dude's talented. So is she. I like this artwork too. Fear Not This Night. Another reason, by the way, that I think it's a little more finale. So I'm looking at this description and it says 78. So it's 78 in the OST. It's It's pretty high up there. So, probably towards the end. Anywho, thank you, Mr. Person. Thanks to everyone that you see here. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the Auditorium. Video game music is pretty rad. Take it easy.